a young man, 22 years old. I don't know why he would go to North Korea, but he went to North Korea on one of these packages, and
ultra trips.
yeah, but he went on one of these packages, and
Yeah.
he decided to. Very sad. Is actually extremely emotional for me, because I was really hoping when they send him back that he was gonna,
It was going to take a miracle, Frank. He was in. Who knows
There
what
was
they
no- there
did
was
to him
nothing
there?
there.
See
They
him
must
coming out
have.
of the
he had
morning.
massive brain damage.
Did you see
He had
him?
massive.
He was in a
I have
coma.
it.
But he had massive brain damage. So I'm going to give you an example because I've read a lot about. A very dear friend of mine had a blood clot come through his leg from
Yeah.
a damage. It hit his heart, and it stopped his heart enough. This guy was a healthy guy. Stopped his heart enough to create massive brain damage. He went into a coma, and the family had to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
He could, because he was physically in great shape, he could outlive his whole family, but he would have been in a vegetative state. So,
Yeah.
Look what he did. He took down a sign, and for that, it cost him his
They
life.
slapped him around something silly. I mean, that
he
was...
took down a sign as a kid.
Yeah.
Somebody ratted him out. They made him confess.
And the confession was bullshit. It's
Well,
terrible. What
well,
they
if
did
you
to
get
him.
the shit kicked out of you and you get waterboarded and
Yeah.
you don't sleep,
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking tell people whatever they want to hear,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's my point. A 22-year-old kid, American. I've read in detail a lot of these type of situations that have happened. This is not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time, and it's not the last time. I believe the North Koreans were quite upset that this kid went into a coma. I think they wanted to use him as a bargaining chip. Once he went into a coma, they tried to revive him. He was not. He had massive brain damage, and they sent him back.
Okay, how did he get into that coma? Just explain it to me.
I have no clue.
Yeah, either way.
I'm not going to be fake media,
Right.
fake news.
What's
I do
your,
not know.
What's your angle?
Well,
Just
there's
probably...
there's five scientific medical explanations to have brain damage like that. Either you get massive contusions to the head, which create aneurysms, or it creates massive brain hematomas,
Right.
or you scare somebody to the point where they have a massive heart attack, even if they're 22, creates a distance of oxygen to the brain. And the brain is very well-known fact, scientific. If it's missing oxygen for longer than 2 minutes, you're going to get brain damage. So I believe that he was in a state of extreme fear, and I believe that his brain was oxygen deprived. Whether they put a pillow, whether they waterboarded him, I really have no fucking clue. Waterboarding will do that to you too. Drowning, hanging, all of those, choking will do that. And he went into a coma, and he never, their official PR script is that he had a reaction to botulism.
Oh, that's right. That's what they said.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
Is it ever, Bill?
They had a...
But it is.
Doctor was
But it
online.
is. I agree. I agree. Bill, I agree with you. But scientifically, botulism will create brain damage.
No, I really don't care. I know what the problem is, and you've explained it quite adequately.
Thank you.
It's lack of oxygen to the brain. And so this kid was either shocked into a heart attack, or he had a contusion on the back of his head, which was, I don't think, the case. I'm with you, Frank. It was lack of oxygen. The fact that it was evident in the 14-month ago MRI that they took of this kid. He was brain dead 14 months ago, and they kept him in North Korea.
You know why, Bill, right? They really didn't want to tell the United States that he was in a coma.
Now, I know that, but that doesn't matter. The president at the time, I forget his name, did double nothing about it.
I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to go against what I believe in. The Obama administration, the family for this young man begged
Surprised them.
begged the Obama administration on their knees. Mr. Kerry, they begged Mr. Kerry too, who was our version of the minister of foreign
External affairs, whatever it was, not
external affairs, right?
Yeah.
Our version of that, and apparently they did not do anything about it because Obama said that they would never be blackmailed by any other entity because it would create a precedent for kidnapping and stuff. And they did that with Somalia with the pirates. That, kidnapping and
They've done it in
Yeah, I
Canada.
don't-
They've
I don't
done that in
know- I don't
Canada,
know
and
that
Trudeau has
there's been any new
has
policy
not
set, Frank,
wanted
but
to
at
get
least they
involved, and
should
it
have
cost two
known.
men their lives, right?
He was
That
right.
happened
correct.
this year, right?
That's correct. But ask me now, Perry, as a journalist, do I believe in blackmail and do I believe?
Do you believe in blackmail?
No.
Frank, can I ask you a question? If Trump was the president, would Trump had done something about it?
Interesting.
No.
He would have replied the same strategy as Obama.
100%. So if I get kidnapped, what do you think I'm going to tell my family?
I think you'll find out within the next month.
If I get kidnapped,
That's what I'm getting at,
no,
right?
but
There's
if I
going to be
get
retaliation.
if I get kidnapped, what do you think I'm going to tell my family? Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't bullshit and I don't bluff. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to feed a kidnapping and that type of blackmail, you can't bluff.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that the North Koreans sent the kid back because they were afraid.